Chosen one, pay close attention. This is not a random moment. Something profoundly significant is unfolding, and you are being invited to feel it fully. This message is for the souls who are ready. Not everyone will understand. Only a rare few will truly grasp its deeper meaning. If you are listening, you are not outside the plan. This is no coincidence. You are being awakened. A pivotal turning point is approaching. Your life is about to undergo a major transformation. No longer just distant hopes or unanswered prayers. What you have been waiting for is already moving toward you. But you must be still. In that stillness, a divine alignment will take place. Only when the noise fades will you hear the truth. Very few will understand. Many will scroll past this as if it were just another message. But those who belong to that small group, the 1%, will feel the extraordinary vibration in every word. If you are among them, you must be ready. The journey ahead is not for the hesitant. Before moving forward, show your commitment. Like, subscribe to join this awakening community, and leave the number 999, the symbol of a sacred spiritual gateway. Transformation does not happen in the spotlight. Most of the deepest things never need to be proven. You have tried explaining your journey to those unwilling to understand, but they cannot access the frequency you are now stepping into. It is not their fault. They simply are not ready yet. If you keep trying to explain, you may unintentionally dim the light within you. Some truths are not meant to be revealed too soon. Silence, in this moment, is a form of strength. Like a seed that does not vanish when buried, your calling is being nurtured in the quiet, waiting for the right time to emerge. There is a clear boundary between bearing witness to your transformation and exposing your entire spiritual journey before it matures. Knowing when to stay silent and when to speak is a mark of wisdom, not fear. In this season, God is teaching you the power of stillness, not to retreat, but to protect what He is forming within you. Be still, He whispers. Your words must be strategic. Not everyone is meant to understand what is happening inside you. This message is not for the masses. It is given only to those who have rejected the easy path and embraced the lonely yet holy road with God. If you feel this deeply, it is because your soul has been called not to blend in, but to be set apart. While the world chases fame and recognition, you are being called into depth. While others build influence, God is quietly establishing a firm foundation within you. Some will not understand. Some will look with doubt, but that changes nothing about the purpose you carry. God's calling does not come with human approval. It comes with a mission. You are not strange for sensing what others cannot touch. You are not distant just because you no longer wish to remain in places that once kept you small. You do not need to justify your calling. When God gives something, He does not seek a committee's approval or ask for anyone's permission. Those who cannot hear the call simply were never entrusted to carry it. Some things, if revealed too soon, will not survive. Do not rush to speak while His work is still unfinished. What comes from heaven is often hidden before it is unveiled. When the time is right, the fruit will speak for itself. Like a butterfly in its cocoon, beauty unseen does not mean beauty non-existent. You were not born to be confined. Stop shrinking your divine calling just to make others comfortable. There are seasons when God chooses to lead the called into isolation, not as punishment, but for cultivation. In silence and separation, the holiest things are formed, untouched by the noise and opinions of the world. Let them talk. Let them speculate. Your assignment is to obey, not to explain. Not every smile is born of love, and not every compliment comes from sincerity. Some will greet you with words of praise while secretly building traps behind your back. God is peeling back the masks of many relationships in this season, not to hurt you, but to awaken you. Discernment is a shield, not a burden. What you feel in your spirit is not an illusion. It is the Holy Spirit's warning. Do not ignore the unease simply because it comes from someone you once trusted. This is the time to watch without reacting. No need to announce who is being removed. Quietly close the door and protect your peace. Not every open door comes from God. Some invitations are bait in disguise. Not every round of applause is genuine. The enemy does not always arrive with fear and destruction, but often with opportunity, contracts, and flattery. Learn to discern. What unsettles your spirit may be the warning you are overlooking. Do not trade God's protection for temporary allure. Wisdom in this hour is not found in many words, but in timely silence. Silence does not mean passivity. It means you are fighting on a higher strategy. The enemy lurks, not to hear your shout, but to collect the words you speak carelessly. Every untimely disclosure can become a weapon against you. What God is building within you needs protection, not exposure. Steadfastness in silence will clear the path ahead. Let your results speak instead of arguments. There are seasons when God deliberately hides you, not because you are unworthy, but because what He is forming in you is not yet ready to be revealed. Hiddenness is part of the divine strategy. Not every glittering opportunity is from Him. Some blessings are bait, carefully disguised to lure you away from your anointed place. The enemy does not need to attack directly if he can mislead you with the wrong invitations. So do not be deceived by what merely looks right. Pause and ask yourself, does this reflect the voice of God, or is it the echo of my own ambition? What comes from Him will always carry peace. It will never demand you compromise your conscience, lose your integrity, or silence your faith for acceptance. If you have to abandon your principles to obtain it, it is not a blessing, it is a trap in disguise. Do not let desire make you blind. God is never in a rush. He cares about maturity, not just success. Sometimes closed doors are not rejection, but protection. Be willing to release what only looks like the answer to your prayers, so you can wait for what truly comes from Him. Delay can often be the best armor you wear. You are not called to pour holiness into everyone. The oil you carry is precious. Not everyone has the capacity to steward it, and even fewer are called to walk alongside you. Pouring into the wrong person is not kindness, it is waste. Those who are not entrusted with your gift will harm you with what they do not understand. Even Jesus refused to perform miracles where there was no honor or faith. You must learn to discern good soil from barren ground. Your offering is not meant for depletion. It is meant for fruitfulness at the right time. Save your oil for where it belongs. Not every door is from heaven, even when it looks like the perfect answer. The enemy knows how to use what you desire to set a trap. Do not only ask, "What is this?" Ask, "Where does this come from?" False opportunities often come wrapped in urgency, pressure, and inner unrest. When you feel forced instead of led, step back. When God shows you the truth about a person or a situation, do not paint over it with hope. Trust what He reveals. Not every betrayal needs an explanation. Sometimes silence itself is confirmation from heaven. Be watchful. Choose strategy over reaction. Your calling is too valuable to be traded for what only appears right. It is hard to accept that people you once trusted become unclear when you step into a new season. But the truth is, recognizing who is draining you is not bitterness. It is awakening. Loyalty should not outlive proven betrayal. Do not let apologies distract you from repeated patterns. Watch consistent actions, not fleeting emotions. You are not cold-hearted. You are discerning. And that discernment is a holy gift, one that requires no debate once received. Silence is power. You owe no one an explanation for stepping away from toxic connections. Those entrusted to walk with you will protect your mission, not harm it. If you feel out of place among the familiar, it is because you no longer fit the old frequency. You are not losing your mind. You are being cleared for something greater. Your life no longer aligns with those living only by appearances. They will not understand your silence, your focus, or the separation you are entering. But you were not born to please the crowd. You were born to shift the atmosphere. Every chosen one walks through seasons of being misunderstood, isolated, and attacked, not to break them, but to build them. The storm you are in is not here to destroy you. It is here to birth a stronger version of you. This is not just a trial, it is training. And sometimes the strongest response is no response at all. Let your stillness be where God gives you strategy. Silence is not surrender, it is a sharp weapon. You are being hidden in the dark, so you can be revealed in the light. Those who once walked with you will not always stay. When God elevates you, the circle around you will grow smaller. This isolation is not punishment, it is preparation for a higher calling. If you must distance yourself from those you once leaned on, it is because you are being refined for a greater mission. Sometimes glory only comes after solitude. Abraham left the familiar. Jesus withdrew to be with the Father, and you too are being called into that secret place, not to be abandoned, but to be led. Walk in intentional silence. You are not lost, you are being positioned. This is not about applause. It is about guarding your soul in a collapsing world. You were not born to fit in. You were born to transform everything. Guard your vision as you would guard your very life, because it is your life. The enemy watches it. Those around you may envy it. Speak words meant to dim it. Do not neglect what God has entrusted to you. A dream is not merely a wish, it is a mandate. And every mandate comes with opposition, both seen and unseen. Prepare yourself, stay silent, stay focused. Do not let gossip or the stares of others distract you. This is the battlefield. Every step must be deliberate. Every word must carry weight. God has drafted a blueprint. You must guard it as if it determines your destiny, because it truly does. What seems like the end is often the beginning in His design. You may feel forgotten, silenced, pushed aside, but do not mistake the present darkness for His absence. Heaven does not operate the way the world thinks it does. In the silence, God is setting the stage for you. You may be standing behind the curtain, but do not underestimate the power of that silence. When the lights come on, your name will be spoken in places you never imagined. Your obedience in the secret place will open doors in public spaces. People may have dismissed you simply because they have not seen the results yet. They do not know the seed has been planted deep, not abandoned. God flips the story in the most unexpected ways. While others boast loudly, you have been building depth in the quiet. When God raises you, it will happen naturally, without explanations, without permission. What is hidden will be revealed in due time. What is mocked today will be celebrated tomorrow. Your silence is not weakness, it is a divine strategy. The chosen rarely need to shout. They keep moving forward quietly until destiny calls them into the light. So do not rush. Stay in position. Hold steady. When God declares it is time, no power can stop the miracle coming your way. Those who overlooked you will witness your rising. They thought your story had ended. They saw the pain, the waiting, the closed doors, and assumed it was over. But they did not know He reserves the most beautiful chapters for the finale. You are being led into redemption. A reward awaits you. Every tear, every rejection, every disappointment is being transformed into something far greater than temporary applause. The reward is not lost, it is only hidden until the appointed time. Your true worth has never depended on public opinion. It rests in the place where God has positioned you. The coming season is not just restoration, it is divine recompense. Those who once belittled you will have to look again to see your authority elevated. Your fortress may look deserted, but it will stand unshaken. Your echo will come, and it will come for you alone. Do not try to prove yourself to anyone. Do not turn back to explain why you chose silence. God is your defender, your redeemer, and when He unveils the mystery, every doubt will be silenced. They may mock your failures, whisper about your losses, assume your silence is disappointment. But while they watch for your fall, God is preparing your resurrection. The pain you carry is not punishment, it is training. Every wound becomes the foundation for your spiritual armor. The crown you are about to wear is forged in the fire of trials. You lose nothing if it was never part of your assignment. What you think is loss may actually be a divine upgrade in disguise. God doesn't crown the proud, He crowns the humble, the broken, yet unshaken. You are not forgotten, you are being formed. Diamonds are made under pressure. The weight you carry is heaven's investment in you. The crown now will fit, not crush, but add weight to your calling. Lift your head, not in pride, but in gratitude. What they mocked, God will turn to glory. What they buried, He will resurrect. When He places the crown upon your head, every whisper of criticism will drown beneath the roar of His grace. Some doors stayed closed because they were never meant for you, and that is mercy. God will not push you into places that dilute your vision. He carves the path Himself. The right doors only open when you are ready. Rejection is not failure, it is redirection. You are being protected from places that cannot carry your anointing. While others rush ahead, you remain faithful in the quiet places. Your waiting is not wasted. God is building something aligned with your gifts, your heart, your calling. You have not lost it. You are being measured. When the door swings open, it won't be because of human effort, but because of divine intervention. The connections will be supernatural, the timing undeniable, the grace unstoppable, all orchestrated by God from beginning to end. So do not panic while you wait. Do not beg to enter rooms God never chose for you. The door that is coming has already been prepared in heaven. When it opens, you will recognize it like home, because it was always yours. The delay may hurt, it may make you question, but it is the classroom where you are being trained. God is never late. He moves with intention. The longer the waiting, the heavier the glory about to come. If He answered the moment you first asked, you would not have been ready to carry it. He loves you enough to prepare you, not just to bless you. Your roots have gone deep, even if nothing seems to be happening on the surface. The platform is being built. When you step onto it, you will not stand alone. You will stand backed by heaven itself. God is not only giving vision, He is giving authority. What is coming is not hype, it is heaven's agenda unfolding through you. So breathe, rest, trust again. What you see as a dead end is actually a divine launch pad. Your platform will carry weight because it was forged in the journey. You may feel buried, sinking instead of rising. But mark this in your heart, you are not buried, you are being planted. What is buried is forgotten. What is planted will break forth. What feels like isolation is actually incubation. In the silence, in the pressure, in the soil, the seed stretches upward, waiting for its appointed moment. You are not hidden to disappear. You are hidden to be prepared. This is not the season of abandonment. This is the season of foundation. In the darkness, God is strengthening your faith and your spirit like a tree rooting deep so that when you rise, no storm can topple you. The world may not see your progress, but heaven has never looked away. The quieter the roots, the louder the rising. When you break through the surface, the shift will be undeniable. This will not be the result of human striving. This will be heaven's unveiling. The winter has done its work. Light is drawing near. The silence is about to shatter. The very ground that once covered you will testify to the transformation that happened within you. What you once thought was failure, every wound, betrayal, and heartbreak was actually the fertile ground God used to plant purpose. What the enemy intended to break you, God used to lift you higher. The pain you endured was never wasted. It became the raw material for resilience. The very trials that once threatened to shatter you are now shaping you into someone unshakable. You walked through the fires with empty hands, but a heart full of wisdom, endurance, and a deeper intimacy with the one who held you through every breath. Now, every scar has become part of a story that testifies to God's power. People may have seen you fall, but they never saw the refining work happening inside. They will have no choice but to witness you rise with a strength no one can deny. What seemed to destroy you is birthing a new covering. Nothing is wasted. Your past is not to be cursed, it is to be used. Let it serve as your testimony, because you didn't survive to go back to what was. You survived to step into what is entirely new. The atmosphere around you is shifting. Your mindset is being renewed. Relationships are being restructured. This is not chaos, it is divine alignment. God is clearing the path for you to enter a new space, not just of position, but of influence. He isn't opening doors simply because you asked, but because you were faithful when no one was watching. You were not chasing fame, you were chasing holiness. And for that reason, the doors opening now cannot be shut by human hands. You will not only enter a new season, you will shift the atmosphere when you arrive. Some people cannot go with you because they no longer align with heaven's assignment on your life. Where you are going requires depth, discernment, and authority. What is coming is not ordinary, it is the manifestation of the kingdom. Prepare your heart, because what's ahead will exceed every expectation. Promotion sounds glamorous, but it comes with a call to deeper surrender. Let go of the familiar. Take hold of the unknown. This is the moment. The shift is here. It will not be subtle or slow. God is moving swiftly. Don't miss his rhythm. You never chased titles. You never grabbed for power through manipulation. Yet now, he is establishing the throne for you, not because you demanded it, but because you were faithful in every battle, relentless in pursuing the crown. You sought no spotlight, you sought eternal worth. That is why heaven is placing you in honor. The throne is not just for sitting, it is a mantle, a sacred weight. You have been tested in the secret place and passed every snare. There was no compromise for power, no bowing for applause. And now, the one who saw it all is lifting you in a way no one can deny or undo. This throne will not look like what the world imagines. It may be influence in your community, authority in your field, or spiritual power to shift destinies. Make no mistake, it is royal and it is real. It is being released because you stayed silent when you could have shouted. Now, get ready. The mantle is waiting, the oil is pouring, the scepter is being placed. Your name, once overlooked, is being called. This is not pride. It is honor born through surrender. Wear it with humility. Walk in it with power. You have moved in the shadows, prayed in secret, served where no one was watching, all out of faithfulness. God has seen it all. That season of silence is now giving way to supernatural recognition, not for your glory, but for His. People will wonder where you came from, how you rose so quickly. They will call it sudden, but you know, you were planted, refined, and positioned by His hand. Recognition is coming. Not because you fought for it, but because you fought through it. This is the moment when blessings come on their own, when doors open without you knocking, when your name is spoken in places you've never stepped into. This isn't hype. It is heaven's reward for years of quiet faithfulness. God is placing your name in rooms of authority. But remember, the reward isn't recognition, it's Him. Let the spotlight glorify Him. Turn the stage into an altar. You were never made to simply be seen. You were made to bring impact. Now rise and step into what He has prepared. You were never invisible. You only chose to stay hidden. People mistook your silence for weakness, thought you were unknown, overlooked, unanointed. What they didn't see was that God kept you quiet so that at the right time He could amplify you for His purpose. That moment is near. Those who once ignored you will hear your name echo, not for vanity, but for victory. You never chased visibility. You surrendered to be shaped. Now that silent obedience is turning into undeniable influence. This is the miracle. What's coming isn't just fame, it's reverence. People will recognize the oil, the wisdom, the power, and they will not be able to deny God's hand upon you. Those who dismissed you will be pierced by the very purpose you carry. God doesn't need years to change a situation, just one divine moment. With a single breath, He can move you from hidden to heralded. So stop chasing visibility and start chasing consecration. Faithfulness in the small, steadfastness in the silence, humility in the waiting, these are the foundations for lasting unveiling. God is preparing the announcement, and when it comes, it won't be shallow or fleeting, because it will be fueled by His appointed timing. You think it will take years, but heaven's clock doesn't follow man's calendar. The shift you've been praying for won't come slowly. It will come like a rushing wind, sudden, unstoppable, undeniable. God is not bound by schedules, approvals, or human plans. When He opens the door, no one can shut it. When He lifts you, nothing can hold you down. This is the season of divine reversals, where what looked like failure becomes the very stepping stone into destiny. What felt like rejection was actually redirection. The acceleration you're about to experience will leave people stunned. They will wonder how it happened so fast, but you will know it was God. Sudden breakthroughs happen when faith meets obedience. At that intersection, the extraordinary is born. You are not here by accident. You were positioned, prepared, and preserved. Every tear you shed was watering the harvest that's now breaking through the soil. God will accomplish in weeks what takes others years to reach, not because you are more skilled, but because the oil on your life demands acceleration. People may call it luck, but you know, it's grace. Opportunities you thought had passed you by are circling back, right on time, in perfect alignment. You haven't missed a thing. You were hidden, not because you weren't enough, but because you were destined for more. He kept you from burnout, from premature exposure, from the noise of man's approval. And now, when the time is right, every piece, people, places, gifts, will come together for your unveiling. Not the way people expect, but in the way only God can design. The chosen ones never arrive early. They are preserved to arrive at the right time, in the right place, for the right assignment.